Hello YouTube fans, this is Gardening with Vincenzo and we're in Vincenzo's kitchen. And today I happened to harvest a nice white hybrid cabbage early. And so what I wanted to do is do a version of the traditional Polish Galompki. And what I've done here ahead of time is I have parboiled a whole head of cabbage. I've cored the bottom, stuck the core down, boiled it for almost 15 minutes, let it sit for a bit. I've taken my ground meat, which I have right here, and what I've done is sauteed 1 cup of onions, 1 cup of red pepper, about a 1/4 cup of minced garlic, 2 stalks of celery, and I've added to that some fresh ground pepper, some onion powder, a little bit of garlic powder, some cilantro, like 2 tablespoons, some basil, and some Italian seasoning. Do 1 tablespoon, 1 tablespoon. And I've mixed it up in a bowl, and I've added about a 1/4 of a cup of 4 cheese Hunt's spaghetti sauce, because that's low carb. This is going to be a low carb, and this is going to be almost keto friendly, and it's going to be gluten free. And I varied some ingredients here, and one of the things that I wish to do is I want to add some Parmesan and Romano. You see me refer to these containers, they're very useful. I'll save this one too. I'm going to add some of that in there, maybe two or 3 tablespoons. And I'm also going to add 1 cup, which is what I have left in this bag, of the part skim mozzarella cheese. So I've had the cabbage, it's already been parboiled, I've drained it, it's sitting here on my cutting board. And I just want to finish mixing up some of this cheese in here. That was the final ingredients. And I've also taken some crushed black olives. Sounds yummy, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So we don't want it too stiff, but we don't want it too moist. This is uncooked ground chuck. I'm going to get him mixed up. I'm going to stick him down here in the sink. So everything is ready for me here. I'm going to turn my oven on 350 ahead of time so it warms up. I've got my nice pan here. I'm going to spray him with some olive oil that's gluten-free, because I don't want all this sticking all over the place. We can put him away now. Alright, and it's very easy to do. Just take your separated leaves of the cabbage, take a nice portion of meat, push it up to one end, fold the cabbage over on both ends, kind of pinching it, finish rolling it up so that it looks like that. And then just place it in your pan. I'm going to do several of these up. I'm going to try and fill this pan up here. Some of the cabbage leaves are a little bigger, some are smaller. Some people want to cut off the rib. I don't think you have to do that. If you parboil it enough, it'll stay soft. Put your meat in there, tuck it in, and just roll it up. A little bit slippery. I'll do the bigger ones first. Again, I've got my meat in the sink here in a bowl. I did not put any rice in this. I haven't had these in forever because of the rice with being diabetic. So this is a diabetic friendly. I've already got 3 done here. This is pretty quick after you parboil the cabbage. Already have the leaves done up. That's about 2 tablespoons of meat in each one of these. Just show you like that, just fold it over with the rib on it. This is uncooked meat with all the ingredients that I stated, because we're going to bake this at 350 for 90 minutes. Got another nice one there. Shape them, fold them over, fold it, wrap it. Pretty easy. Now people were saying, I know the Polish people were saying, what did you do to the Galompkis? Well, I've made them Italian style. I've made them gluten-free, and I've made them diabetic friendly. You can see the olive in there, the crushed olive. I had to add that in there. I just had to. Let's see if I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I get 7 across there. That would be good. Here's what the individual with the rib on it. See how many we can get done here. This was probably about 2 pounds of ground meat. 1 cup of the mixed Parmesan Romano, half a cup, and a whole cup of the mozzarella blend. And we still got some more to do here yet. Remember, we're going to cook these at 350 for 90 minutes. And what I'm going to do is I am going to take these and I'm going to cover them with the rest of that sauce that's there when I cook them, because I want these to be nice and sauce flavored. There's about the quantity of meat. Take the rib, even though people are afraid that the rib will break it, it's not going to break it. Flip it, fold it, roll it. I have one of those little machines that I haven't used yet. I was going to use it. Forgive me. I was going to use it for this, but I thought, well, for the sake of time, I'm just going to show you how you just do these up. Modeling my t-shirts, which were for sale on my website. If you want to support the cause is we want educational videos that encompass a safe way to grow your own fresh, healthy vegetables. That's the cause. I'd like to see some people ordering some of the t-shirts to promote the website. Link is on my Facebook page for the website, as well as my YouTube channel. There's a donate now for PayPal, as well as a GoFundMe. So if you're interested, even if you're just providing moral support, I want to thank you in advance. I think I roughly have like about 105 videos on my YouTube channel. Oh, we're going to run out of meat. Make 2 small ones here. Put them in the center. And we've pretty much run out of cabbage leaves. I might try to get one more out of there. See if I can peel him off. Yeah, there you go. One more, baby. Excellent. Got one more. That'll finish up our meat. Some people take the rest of the cabbage leaves, they place them on top, but I really don't want to do that. Now this recipe made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 15, 16, 17. There's what they look like going into the tray. And again, these are going to be cooked at 350. The oven's preheated already. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of water on this sauce. I always use filtered water. I have a filtered water coming into the house, and then I have a pure filter right here. Very conscious of what goes into my body. I'm going to stir this up. My suggestion would be to put this on the top rack of the oven. Again, this is the Hunt's 4 cheese spaghetti sauce. I'm just going to sprinkle them right over the top of here. I want them to bake right into the cabbage. And then if you wanted to crunch these up, these freeze real well after they're cooked. And then just brown them in some olive oil so you have a nice crunchy one. I've had them several different ways. Now you could do this same recipe with ham and do the same thing with minced ham. You could do the same thing with sausage, smoked sausage. All right, there we go. So there's what the finished product into the oven looks like. Try to bring that a little closer so you can see. We're going to cover that with aluminum foil, and I'm not going to poke any holes in it in the aluminum foil because I really want it to do its thing. I'm going to overlap the aluminum foil. I'm not going to worry about this splashing out because this is a perfect pan for cooking this type of thing in the oven. I tried to simplify this recipe, making a short video. I haven't had these in a long, long time. I have had ham and cabbage. I love ham and cabbage. But again, the carbs are an issue for me, so I have to be careful. That's why I didn't put the rice in there, and instead I put the mozzarella. And we're going to put him in to the oven here. Unfortunately, I don't have another one to show you what it looks like when it comes out, but it looks pretty much like what it went in, just cooked. So there you have it. There's a variation on the Galompki, Italian style, and I think you'll like it. Fry them up, put a little mozzarella cheese on them, maybe a tablespoon of sauce on top of that, and good eating. Have some nice crusty bread if you're allowed to have bread. I'm very careful with any bread products being diabetic. So here we are, modeling my my t-shirts. I got a different hat on today, match my camo pants. I was out in the yard working all day long, cutting grass, trimming things, doing the hedges, recharging equipment, weed whacking. I thought, I've had it for today. It's still so wet out there, cutting the grass. It was difficult cutting the grass, but I did get it done. So here we are in Vincenzo's kitchen. Remember, We can save this planet 1 yard at a time, beginning with your own. Fresh is always best. You are what you eat. Fresh is always best. Plant a garden, grow as a person. Don't be afraid to get into this kitchen too. Alright guys, thanks for spending some time. Be safe out there.